Zuni is one of the longest continuously inhabited villages in the United States, and so it's a very tight-knit community, and its strength is families' ability to connect.
Zuni has world-renowned artists and they're recognized for their talents, but here in our community they mean more than that. They're also our history bearers, our cultural educators, and they have a special skill where they can connect our youth to their culture. Their art pieces tell a story, they tell our history, and our youth learn in that way.
The pandemic, just really knocked us off of our feet and took one of our greatest strengths, our ability to connect together in person, away from us.
Here at the beginning of the COVID pandemic, we recognized that our programming could not stop. We recognized that we actually need to show up for our youth and families even more. We decided to have a safe at home summer camp so that we can meet youth and their families where they're at.
Based on the success that we've had of working with artists in the past, we knew that they would have ideas.
Art is a very powerful instrument. It does help therapeutically, and one of those things they wanted to do was send out a message of being positive during this time of hardship. And so the idea that we came up with is we could host a poster contest. We wanted to create a collaborative piece. We created a mosaic image of all the entries that we received into a big giant mural displayed at the park. We didn't want to exclude anyone. We wanted everybody's message to be included. The kids really have a positive and important message to share, and those were really interesting to see how much care and thought they put into creating their message with their pictures.
Zuni potters were working on some huge pots outside ZYEP. I wanted to teach the younger generation the culture of what the pottery is used for in our traditional ceremonies. So when we put designs on our pottery, those designs are representing our prayers, what we're asking for. We had an idea of making tiles, and they could put their designs on the tiles, and we could put that on the pot. The work that they did was pretty awesome.
When my brother asked me if I wanted to help him with the ZYEP project, I was already thinking about asking them to paint one of them.
One of my pots had some salamanders around the pot. They're holding hands. I called that pot a friendship pot, kind of like uniting as one. And at that time, we needed that unity, to be one.
So after seeing how the summer camp art activities were able to bring our community together, that kind of inspired us to reach a population that we haven't always served in the past. Our middle school population, our data shows that they have really high risk factors in mental health and suicide. And so that's how we partner with Mallory Kotauki. From the very beginning, we want this space to be very welcoming, safe, and a place where our students feel free to ask questions, because not only are they learning the art form and their cultural history, but they're also learning about mental health and how to take care of themselves.
I feel that art is kind of like a healing type of therapy. It helps you process things you might be working on that are kind of difficult to even verbalize or discuss with other people. Due to the nature of virtual learning, we couldn't really do a mural where the kids were going to be present and actually helping me paint on a wall, so we really had to get creative. Each student took home 2 pieces, and we encouraged them to create one for themselves and to focus on one that actually they want the community to see. I had proposed using the idea of the cornmeal being spread into the wind and the dragonflies coming to pick them up to be the messengers to our ancestors. And this mural came together very beautifully. I believe our message has come across.
This pandemic separated our community. It challenged us in a lot of different ways. And these art projects were able to bring us together and remind us that we are a resilient group of people who come from a very special place, and it connected us in that way.
And our children are going to benefit greatly in the future for this.
We're extremely fortunate to have Zuni artists as our partners. They have a special power to connect Zuni youth to their culture in these incredible art projects that add so much value to the Zuni community and to this community park space. And we want to thank you, Zuni artists, for allowing us to fulfill our purpose of enriching the lives of Zuni kids. Eloqua.